Welcome to a special Christmas episode of Art Around Houston. Today I'm going to be sharing some of the Tomball Tree Lighting Ceremony that took place back in November. The evening started off with some local students playing Christmas carols, followed by some other local performers.
Here to who knows where, but I make sure I get my share. Kids just standing there waiting for the ones I drop.
There was a snow machine bringing a little touch of winter to Tomball, and everyone really enjoyed it, especially the kids. The mayor came out to light the tree and wish everyone a Merry Christmas.
Joy and peace to cloud out the rain. So, you're going to have to help me light this tree. Let's hear light it up.
Light it up! Light it up!
Louder.
Light it up! Light it up! Light it up! Light it up! Light it up!
The tree was really beautiful, and if the rain hadn't come on so quickly, I think everyone would have hung around celebrating a lot longer. Before I left, I was able to get some good photos of the tree, and I will be turning one of these photos into a watercolor painting today. As usual, I'm starting off with a rough sketch before laying in a wash of Payne's Gray. I really want the tree to glow, so I want the background to be as dark as possible for contrast. I started outlining the star's shape in the same Payne's Gray, then went in with a little blue to give it that silvery glow. Next, I started laying in the green for the tree. Again, I wanted the tree to be fairly dark in comparison with the glowing lights and ornaments, so I'm going to build up the color in several layers, letting each layer dry before I paint over it. As for the people standing around the tree, I'm going to leave them as fairly hazy shape suggestions. I want to give the impression of a crowd and let the viewer's imagination fill in the rest of the details. You'll notice that the paint gets lighter as it dries, which is one reason I've had to add several layers to build up a nice dark value. Time to add the ornaments. I'm going to paint them in fairly dark, then add highlights with white acrylic. In strict traditional watercolor practice, the only white allowed is the white of the paper, but that's not what I'm striving for today, and white acrylic paint is going to work just fine, and it should blend in nicely with the still wet watercolor. Now I'm using the same white acrylic paint to add in lots of tiny white lights. I'm just stippling my brush over the surface. The tree still isn't quite dark enough, so I'm adding one more layer of dark deep blue-green. Last, I'm just blending the background a little with some water and adding hints of color in the darkness to give it more depth. a few more white dots to suggest some of that fake snow that was still blowing around, and I'm finished. Thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas.